And speaking of hypergamy, men are emotionally hypergamous. Don't get me wrong, men are hypergamous in general. They're always trying to marry a woman that's better than them in every way, every conceivable way, outside of finances for the most part. But they definitely marry women who are more attractive than them and women who are smarter than them and, all that type of stuff because they want a mommy. But in that same vein, men also need to be with women so that women can stabilize their emotions. The vast majority of men are ill-equipped to do the emotional lifting that it takes to be a functional adult in society. That's why single men fare way worse than married men or men in relationships. They don't have anybody there to help them regulate. That's also why if you ask a married man who is his best friend, he'll say his wife. But if you ask a married woman who is her best friend, she'll say a woman. That's also why if you ask a married woman with children, which person or people stress you out more? Most mothers are going to say the fathers. You would think the kids, but no, it's the fathers that stress the women out the most because she has to do all the emotional labor on top of all the other labor, but she has to do all the emotional labor in the relationship. And one last thing, it's easier to do the emotional labor for children. Children are way more predictable and children are way more malleable. They listen better. Talking to a man is like talking to a brick wall most of the time, and that's really frustrating when he's the person that needs the help the most and he goes to the woman and then she gives him the help, she gives him the advice, and he still doesn't listen. Really what he wants to do is just dump all of his, traumas and whatever onto her and transfer all of that weight so that he doesn't have to bear it or carry it. And that's why it's so heavy and so stressful for the woman.